Okay, so good morning guys. Start na tayo. So welcome to Cosmology. So share screen lang ako para sa ating lang. Okay, so nakita na ba yung naka-share screen?
Yes po, sir.
Thank you. So okay, so today we will discuss the brief intro about cosmology and how we're going to deal with our class schedule. So for the first week, no, so we will have the course orientation. So ito yung gagawin natin, and we will give some of the galaxy notes. No, so we will discuss the syllabus. And you would notice here, these are the readings, no, in relation to the topic. For example, so for you to fully understand the introduction of cosmology, so you need to read the books of Long Air on chapters 1 and chapter 2, Ross on chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, Spark chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and Mo by chapter 2.2 and chapter 2.3. Later, I will give the link of the readings. Bigay ko na kaya, para hindi ko makalimutan. Wait lang. So I'll be sharing the link. The link is only accessible to those with RTU account. So I presume that everyone already have their account na. Ayun, so the link sent na sa ating chat box. Kindly check on the link and kindly use your RTU account to access those books. Where am I? Wait lang. Ayun. Okay. So later on, we will check those books. So after that, so by next, what iba yung schedule? So this should be 3. Wait lang Should be 3. Then this is 2:11. So by next week, we will have short quiz or short activity in relation to what you have read on the introduction to cosmology with those books. And so ito ay paano lang naman, no, for you to have a backgrounder on the different galaxies. Take note that in cosmology we will be dealing with and discussing with different types of galaxies, the galaxy formation, and on the last chapter we'll be dealing with the universe and the dark matter. So these are some of the amazing Messier objects. No, these Messier objects are galaxy objects. No? So so if you have or if your device can do a screenshot, no, so these are the galaxy readings, no, that you need to work on. So you should be familiarized with M31, M32, M49, so on and so forth, no. So paki-screenshot na lang, or later on I will post it in our FB group. No, so these are some of the Messier objects, no, Messier galaxy objects. So again, guys, so there are different types of galaxies. So these are some of the examples, and the prominent galaxies in the NGC or catalog under NGC or the NGC objects. So these are some. No? So kindly browse on them, no, and check on their properties. So you may wait lang, daming so ayun. So you may check on their properties and familiarize with them. So going back, so for chapter 1, so we will discuss about our galaxy. So typically that's the Milky Way galaxy for our lecture 2. So for the readings, kindly read Long Air chapter 3, Mode chapter 1.2 and 1.4, Combes chapter 2, Ferreras chapter 4, Wing chapter 1, 2, 3, and Hawthorne chapter 1.6. So after that, I think this scheduling here is delayed by 1 day. So I think this is tama ba? 11 ba? Sorry. Yeah. Feb 11, then this is Feb 18. So Feb 18, we will discuss about the Milky Way galaxy. Then next is Feb 25, no? Will be the quiz for chapter 1. So the contents of lecture 2, with regards to this, again, guys, these are additional readings for you to fully understand on the discussion that we will be doing for chapter 1. So chapter 1, our galaxy contains the parts of the galaxy, the galactic recycling, the Milky Way galaxy formation, and the galactic center. Okay. So after that, we will have a quiz on Feb 25. And on the next is on March 4, we will be discussing about the cluster of galaxies. Now, sir, there are plenty of types of cluster of galaxies. They're being clustered into several conditions, no, pertaining to the characteristics of the galaxies. And again, just like the previous chapter, just like the previous lecture that I've shown you, now that you need to read the books of Long Air, chapter 4 to 7, Combes chapter 1 to 1, 3, 4, Pereira's chapter 9, Spark chapter 4, 5, 6, 7, and Mo chapter 2.5. So under cluster of galaxies, we will be discussing galaxy appearances, galaxy distance, galaxy evolution, and the black holes. So after that, a week after the discussion, so we will have the quiz again, quiz 3, no, on 3/11, on March 11. Then on March 18, we will discuss about the universe. So we need to read the works of Long Air on chapter 9, chapter 8, chapter 9, chapter 10, and chapter 20, and Ryden chapter 5. So for the universe, we will discuss about the Big Bang, the inflation, and the cosmic microwave background. Then a week after, so we will have a quiz for chapter 3. Then on chapter 4, so that will be, April 1 na pala to. 0401. April 1. So we will be discussing about dark matter, dark energy, and the fate of the universe. So you need to read the works of Ross, chapter 9.5, chapter 11, and Ryden, chapter 7. So under dark matter, dark energy, and the fate of the universe. So we will be discussing dark matter, structure formation, dark energy, and the fate of the universe. Yun, so after 401, so Holy Week na yon. So we will have a midterm exam. The midterm exam mostly covers chapter 4 and merong mga parts ng chapters 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Then you would notice on after the midterm exam, so by 422, so this is 422. So on 422, we will be discussing about galaxy research explorations. So mag-discuss tayo ng mga sample research when it comes to galaxy, or tawag ito, cosmological research. Then from 423 hanggang sa last week ng ating SEM, you will work on your cosmology research, and on 26 and 26 ay ang 26 ay dito Friday, so hanggang May 20 lang pala tayo. So on May 20, sorry, we will arrange the schedule. On May 20, so final exam. So the final exam will be the requirement for the research. So kung ano yung coverage nito, so diba, you will be doing your cosmology research. So yun yung ating final exam. So yun. That's for for the overview of our class, for cosmology. Okay. So these are the, nasaan na sila? Wait lang. So, if you haven't accessed yet the link that I've sent doon sa ating, saan na yun? Sent doon sa ating chat group, chat box. So, ito yung, ito yung mga readings, no, for doon sa book. Wait lang. Yan o kaya. Then, share. Share. Parang ayaw niya. Yun. Ayan. You should be seeing two windows. Tama ba?
Yes po, sir.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Okay. So, nakaharang si Zoom. Okay. So, so tayo. For introduction to cosmology, so you need to read the works of Long Air. So, Long Air is this one. No? Yung hindi pala hindi sila naka-file. Ang file name is not their surname. Pero ito si Long Air. No? Yeah. Ayan, si Long Air. So, Long Air. So, you need to read chapter 1 and chapter 2. So, which means that the content for the introduction ay ang mga sumusunod. Ito. So, chapter 1, chapter 2. No? So, you need to read about the prehistory, no? The galaxy, structure of galaxies, the theory of expanding universe, the Big Bang. So, the Big Bang here, if you have noticed, that we will be discussing Big Bang in the next few chapters, but the Big Bang here will give you an overview of the Big Bang. Now, then galaxy and structure formation, early universe. So typically these are repeated topics, no, but in the succeeding chapters they will be discussed thoroughly. So again, chapter 2 ni Long Air, no, large scale structure of the universe, no, when it comes to cosmic microwave background radiation, no, CMBR, and the distribution of their galaxies, no, that is also important, and the Hubble's law. So for Ross here, ito yung Ross. So where's Ross? Ito si Matt Ross. You need to read chapters 1 to 3. Pero syempre guys, it doesn't necessarily mean that all you need to do is to read. No? I-discuss natin yan. However, the lectures are recorded na. No? So, ibig sabihin, you just need to play it para at least kung may hindi medyo naintindihan, you can rewind. No? Yan, sila ba tayo? Ross chapters 1, 2, and 3. No? So, for Ross chapter 1, 2, and 3, so you need to read about Newton and Hubble, no? About the history of cosmology, at yung mga sinaunang mga structures nila. Then dito you will gain an insight on the special relativity and general relativity for Ross chapters 1, 2, and 3. Then for Spark, saan si Spark? Ito si Linda. So for Spark, on the book of Galaxies in the Universe, so you need to read chapters 1, 2, and 3. So chapters 1, 2, and 3 ito. So for you to give a brief introduction, especially for those students na bago. Meron ba tayong bagong students? Bago na ngayon lang kakapasok. Wala naman, no, mga lumang students naman na kayo. Okay. So ayun, so you need to read about this, no, about the galaxies, mapping the galaxies. So where are they located, no? How do they rotate? Then orbits of the orbits of the stars. So syempre, di ba sabi nga natin, the galaxy is moving, no? Habang gumagalaw yung galaxy, all its components are also moving, no? So the whole galaxy is moving. Yun. So for Mo, maganda tong kay Mo. No? Maganda yung book mo. Ito si Mo. Ayan. Galaxy formation and evolution. So you need to read chapters 2.2 and 2.3. No? So also you would notice, no, that I have given the chapters that you need to read, no, para hindi na kayo you do not need to read all of the whole book, no. So chapters 2.2 and 2.3, no? So 2.2 is about the stars and 2.3 is about galaxies. No? So it will give you an insight on the different types of galaxies, classification of galaxies. Yun. So yun. So ito may mga starburst, no? Yan. Mga dwarf galaxies. Ano ba to? May research kami dito eh. Nang ginawa ko, kalimutan ko na. 1012 ata yun. So anyway, yun. And the eto mas maganda to no about active galactic nuclei. So we will give dito. We will give emphasis when we discuss the active galactic nuclei. So maganda yung characteristics no. Next, for chapter 1, long air, chapter 3. So for chapter 3 ni long air, so ayan, about galaxies. Another thing pala guys, no. I knew that this subject is for graduate diploma in astronomy, and those students accepted in the graduate diploma in astronomy are not fully traversed when it comes to mathematical equations, diba? Kasi iba sa inyo ay hindi do not have physics background, do not have engineering background. Yung iba ayun, so maaring walang masyadong orientation pagdating sa mathematics, no? Because if you're going to look at the contents, halimbawa, just like this no, for galaxies, if we're going to browse chapter 3, yeah, mabagal na. Ayun, anyway, so if you're going to browse the book, there are some components of equations. And these equations do not necessarily mean the equation na parang equation lang, no? Because these, especially for cosmology, the equations here are more on matrix, more on calculus, and more on differential equations. Kaya 2.3 sa may 3. No? Ang atin lang naman dito, no, especially just like what I've mentioned, for those who do not have a formal background for calculus differential equations, you can read this no, to have an insight, and yung mga contents, especially those equations, if you are having trouble understanding them, so okay lang naman no, as long as you get the gist of the principles of the concept of the content of each chapters, no. Ayan, may mga may mga diagrams on how you're going to understand them. Ito yung sabi ko, di ba, mga naka-matrix, no? Calculus-based, differential equation-based. Yun. Ayan. So, for those who can understand the equations, no, those who have physics background, those who have a strong mathematical background, so you have an advantage, no. But then again, sabi nga natin, no, that this subject, cosmology, is for the GDA, and we presume that everyone in the GDA do not necessarily have the science background, do not have the mathematics background, no. So ayun, so we will be discussing the concepts, no. But we will also try to insert some of the most important equations, some of the most important formula, no, for you to have a knowledge on them. Kasi kung ang program natin would be strictly halimbawa accepting for BS, no, mga BS Physics, no, or came from engineering who have advanced mathematics background. So we will be discussing this, no. But again, so para maka-adapt tayong lahat, no, especially for the non-science graduates. Where am I? No, so yun. So just again, these are the readings. So bibigay ko naman to doon sa ating sa ating Facebook, no, yung tawag dito, yung ating mga contents and chapters.
Hello sir, pwede po magtanong?
Yes po. Yes.
Sir, may copy din po kami nito, yung parang Excel file para masundan namin yung mga chapters, no?
Sure. Sige.
Okay. Opo.
Okay, now for the research, I guess we will be doing this by groups. Wait lang, kasi ang sabi sa akin, maraming kayo. Parang 4. Nagtataka ako, bakit parang konti ninyo dito? Wait lang, stop share muna tayo. Check ko yung updated class list. Sabi kasi ni Dr. B, parang 14 kayo. Ilan lang ito nandito ngayon? 2, 4, 6, 7. Wait lang. While checking, may question po ba tayo? Gustong itanong, mga naguguluhan, magpapaalam.
Sir, bali yung class po natin, every meeting 9 o'clock na po yung start.
Yes, kasi ang structure ng ating class, di ba ano siya, tawag dito, 7:30 to 10:30. Ang advice ay hatiin, katulad din ng dati, hatiin siya into synchronous session and asynchronous session. So ang gagawin natin from 7:30 to 9, asynchronous session tayo. So you do the readings, no, kung mga activity, yun yung time na ialat ninyo. Then from 9 to 10:30, yun naman yung ating synchronous session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Sino ba yung class?
Hi sir, additional question po kasi I'm flying to SG on Feb 10, work related po. Hanggang ano po yun, Feb 12. Hindi po ako makakapag-take ng quiz.
February? When was
Feb
that?
10 po yung flight to SG.
Feb 10 hanggang?
Hanggang Feb 12 po kasi ako doon.
Okay. Okay lang naman kasi yung quiz ano naman yun, hindi naman tayo online, hindi naman tayo face.
Okay po.
Kapag bibigay lang yung ano, yung activity, then you work on your own naman.
Okay sir, thank you po.
Oo nga. Ay, hindi pa. Salamat. Cosmo. Wait lang. 7 to 4. Ay, 7 lang daw kayo. Ay, 7 officially enrolled. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa bayad yung iba. 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay. So, kayo lang talaga officially enrolled. So, maaaring hindi pa bayad yung iba. Okay. So, yun. So, for the lecture for the introduction to cosmology, I will upload it siguro on Monday. Because I will also prepare for the quiz. O nga no, so siguro i-upload ko na lang din na maaga yung quiz para you have enough time, no, to work on the quiz. Okay? So ganyan kasi gagawin natin, no. So upload ko yung lecture natin for introduction to Cosmo. Then i-upload ko na rin yung quiz, no, para so you would also notice, no, that on our calendar. So on our calendar, so quiz tayo ng Feb 11. So ibig sabihin, wala tayong synchronous session, no, you work on the activity. So magkikita ulit na tayo on Feb 18. Okay? So yun. Questions po? Wala na? So,
Sir, just to clarify lang, nakakalito. Nung nag-enroll kami, sir, ang nakalagay 204, pero cosmology. Tapos 206 cosmology, parang paiba-iba, sir.
Yes, may problema tayo sa system, no? May problema tayo sa system kasi nare-recognize ng, di ko alam kung paano, di ko alam, sorry, nakakahiyaman aminin, pero di ko alam kung paano, kung anong nangyari doon sa ating system ng RTU. No, kasi yung 204 nakatatlong revise tayo ng curriculum. No? So, yung dati may 201, 203, 204, 207, ganun. So ngayon nag-revise, tapos nag-revise. So nung in-upload ngayon yung nung in-upload yung mga subject offerings ngayon, ang nare-recognize ng system is yung dating numbering. Yun, kaya mapapansin niyo minsan iba yung course code, iba yung description, no? But that will be clarified by Doc Ruby, especially those. Kaya kahit din sa akin, guys, no, iba yung number, parehas ng number pero magkaiba yung course title. No? Pero as long as you are enrolled in cosmology, yun. So ito yung ating klase. So ayun siya. So, dito nga 204 nakalagay sa akin 207. Yun. Tapos yung sa seminar paper nakalagay sa akin 20, nakalagay sa system 208 pero nagre-reflect doon sa teaching load ko ay 230. Yun. So, I guess siguro I will ask Doc Ruby to to clarify on this or mag-post doon sa GC for Astro Group. Na-clarify ba?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. May question pa po? Wala na? Wala na. Okay, so kung wala ng question, so that's all for the orientation. So for documentation purposes, kindly open the camera para sa ating attendance. Okay. Sige. So smile, 1, 2, 3. Ano yan? Nawala. Wait lang, isa pa. Okay, game. Smile, 1, 2, 3. Ano, ba't ayaw? Wait. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. Yun. Isa pa po. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you guys. So ingat tayo. Keep safe. Bye.
Sige, thank you po, sir.
Thank
Thank you
you.
po, sir.